It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Stanford Cardinals taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Washington Huskies offense will take the first swing of the game. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
And this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David. I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams were going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Swings it out to the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On target over the middle. Breaks free. Touchdown, Washington. Once he got some room, it was over. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell.
Oh, what vision. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out route. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to do, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off-play action on first down. Looking for a huge play. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. Sweet cut there. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Oh, it's a reverse. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He'll take a shot. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Trying to surge it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he will score! Touchdown, Huskies! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He's got him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team up.
The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Offense changing the play. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could...
Turning it on! They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now moved it out and putting a drive together. From the gun, running back on the move. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick strike complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's got his man across the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half.
Brings up second down.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to...
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Stanford! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. The give to the back. At the 45 on its way. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Absolutely perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it. Oh, he's got some space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies a factory for pro players.
Yeah, and Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense. I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they get every single year.
He throws into the middle of the field. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to pass on second down. Grabs it in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wideout. Quick release on the RPO. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Here's the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Wants to fire on second down. Got the quick pass. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at second and 7. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Cardinal! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. The give on the option. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Right on the money. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
You see it so much in college football when they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Well, they're trying to hit the out route to the perimeter of the field. It's a good route by the wide receiver. He just drops the ball.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Under fire. Makes the grab. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes to the right. 10. Touchdown, Stanford. They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Now on second down. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Out of the shotgun on third down. He wants a big play here late. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
To the air on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. And the Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
You just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Punts it out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Touchdown, Husky. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection. Almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays and taking the lead late in this ball game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up